Hello and welcome to another Geek Jabber retro computing video. I am Tim, and once again we are back with the 486. So we're going to investigate something that was probably less common in the 486 days but was still done, and that is disk compression. So you might remember from when I upgraded to the compact flash, we set up a 256 or thereabout megabyte partition for Windows 3.1 or Windows for Workgroups 3.11, and at the moment that's got about 113 odd megabytes free. So this might be slightly on the small side for a 486. Generally about 400 megabyte hard drives are fairly common, but as I detailed, I've just done 256 for this. But for those that needed more space but didn't want to shell out on a new hard drive, there was disk compression. So right now we are using DOS version 6.22. There are many different versions of disk compression. We're just going to use the stuff that's built into DOS for this one. So we'll see how much space we get after we actually do the compression. So we're going to enter the DriveSpace command, so drv space. And it gives us a lovely little startup screen giving us information on what DriveSpace is. You can pause here to read it if you want, but I'm just going to continue. And we'll just do an express setup because that's what most people would have done back in the day. And it gives us a lovely reminder to back up your data. So this is your regular warning that if you haven't backed up your data, you probably should, but we'll just continue. And it's now telling us that it's ready to compress drive C. It'll take an hour 42 minutes. I doubt it'll take that long. I think it's being a bit conservative, but we'll give it the magic command to actually start compressing the device, and it's going to go through and do scan disk. So scan disk is basically a more elaborate version of check disk. The reason it did this is that apparently a lot of the problems with the older versions of disk compression were down to faulty drives. So Microsoft put this step in to make sure your drives were healthy before things actually got compressed. But anyway, I might, because this will take a while, I'll do a quick cut here and we'll come back once this is all finished and been compressed, and we'll see how much space we've got left. And we're back again. So you might remember that it would expecting to take about 1 hour 46 odd minutes to do the compression. Turns out that was a bit conservative. So we're used to Microsoft being slow. That took about half an hour to do the compression and about another 5 minutes or so to defragment the drive once it was done. It's now claiming to have nearly 300 megabytes free. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to press the magic button to update everything and let it restart. And yep, it's restarting. So I wouldn't have expected in this video to basically call Microsoft fast, because we're used to Microsoft products being a bit slow at times. But we're just going to wait for this to boot back up again. I'm sort of not used to this being so quiet now that I've got the flash card in there. But we're going to do one final thing. So we're going to run through check disk again. So last time it reported about 113 odd megabytes free. It's now reporting about 311-ish. I know I'm not doing my maths right there, it's technically 1024 rather than 1000, but whatever. It's got a 311 at the beginning under available on disk when it had 113 before. So that's a fairly substantial improvement in disk space. So that's how much you'd normally expect to get out of a typical disk compression using Microsoft DriveSpace. So I've now gone through this once. What I'm going to do, rather than go through the whole history of DoubleSpace and DriveSpace, because it is a little bit checkered, if you go into the description, you'll see a link to a Nostalgia Node video where he covers the actual background of disk compression in a little bit more detail. I'm just here to sort of give a practical example of what sort of compression you'd expect under DOS. But anyway, I might just wrap this video up here to avoid it crapping on for too long. So if you like the video or dislike the video or want to subscribe, you know what to do. If you want to support the channel or join our Discord or website, links are in the description alongside that Nostalgia Nerd video. And I will wrap this up here and see you in the next video.